Hello, everyone, and welcome to the last episode of the No Sugarcoating Podcast for 2023. Happy New Year's Eve, wherever you are in the world, and Happy New Year, because for some of you that are listening, it might already be. How are you? How is your last day of the year? Well, today for episode 455, we're going to vision your health for 2024. We're going to explore what your body freedom priority is, and we're going to talk a little bit about support. So, without further ado, let's dive in. I shared with you last week my words for 2024: authenticity, simplicity. And authenticity is like just sharing a bit more on my heart, right? I feel like I'm good at doing it in the podcast, but Instagram, for some reason, there's felt like a bit of a block. So I'm going to work on that in 2024. Simplicity. Sometimes I feel like I write too long of newsletters, that I like over create sometimes. And so I'm really going to like simplify and do what feels good that I know is of value for all of you, obviously, including continuing to record the podcast. And a business goal is profitability, to continue to see the business expand. And I wanted to share my 3 words for 2024. So we'll have you pick some words, and then we'll create kind of like a bit of an intention, do a mini mind map today. So grab a journal and a pen. You will not want to miss out. You can listen to this as many times as you want to, or watch it here on YouTube. Leave your comments below. What are your keywords for 2024? What are you wanting to create and prioritize for your health for 2024? Share your goals below. And if I can help you in any way, I'm so happy and excited to be here with you to do so. So a couple of key announcements as we dive in. The show notes for today's episode can be found at amberapproved.ca/podcast/455. A friendly reminder to subscribe to the Body Freedom newsletter. You can click the link below if you're watching on YouTube, and in the show notes at amberapproved.ca. That's where there's a lot of great little like tidbits and check-ins and all kinds of things that come through there, as well as announcements for upcoming, master classes and programs and all kinds of good stuff. You'll get the first word there. And like I said, we're going to be exploring your theme for 2024 today. Instead of quick fixes, is the theme that I'm sharing with you here on the show and in the business going into 2024. So it's like, instead of dieting, instead of another quick fix, instead of another calorie counting meal plan, another weight loss plan, what if you started the year slow and steady and that actually won the race? What if you actually address the binge eating, emotionally eating, or binging and purging and chasing the number on the scale, and you actually address the roots of the body image insecurities, the low self-worth, the people pleasing, the proving, the perfection? What if you actually finally got to the roots of your hormone imbalances, like so many of my clients are desiring before we work together? What if you actually started to prioritize yourself, set healthy boundaries, and build a beautiful self-care practice into 2024 that you had to support you through the rest of your life? What if this is the year you finally gain the energy back, you finally reconnect with your intuition, and most importantly, you finally get to step fully into the woman you've always dreamed of being, because you're not fighting with your body and food anymore? So if you are wanting to not quick fix, or you're wanting support to overcome the desire to quick fix again and ditch the diets, the diet addiction, and all that kind of stuff, then I encourage you to email me at info@amberapproved.ca or book your 30-minute body freedom consultation so that we can talk about coaching programs that are available to support you on this journey to food and body freedom for 2024. Let's not diet in 2024 and not start the year in this dread of just eating salad and chicken breast. That is boring. It is icky, and you already deep down know it only will sustain itself for a day, a week, or a month at most before you give in to the old habits again. And we don't want that. And I don't want you waiting until 2025 to try again. Lifestyle changes start now. Habit changes start now. Getting support can start now. So reach out. We can talk about the variety of options available to help you to full food and body freedom. Full freedom, not just like half-assing it. We're going to get you full freedom. So let's talk about visioning your health for 2024. So what we're going to do is we're going to explore a few key areas of your health and wellness. And I want you to think about what you want in this area of, your healing, your health, whatever you're going to prioritize. So there's going to be a lot of questions in today's episode. So feel free to pause it and write the questions down, journal, reflect, take all the time in the world that you need. But I want to really have you gain clarity of what you want in 2024. So I want you to first write down, what are my top 3 intentions for my health for 2024? Is it better energy? Is it fully overcoming binge eating, emotional eating, binging and purging, food addiction? Is it building body love and building a healthy relationship with my body and feeling worthy? Is it ditching the diet mentality and the scale mentality and learning how to identify the roots of my weight loss blocks? Is it dealing with and addressing digestive issues? Is it people pleasing? What is it for you? My intentions for 2024 for my health: gaining my energy back and regulating my nervous system after the intensive 5-month stuff with neighbors moving, etc. And it's already well underway. Sleep, good sleep, and like continuing to be in an amazing self-care routine to just support my body. Those are my intentions. And I feel like we're finally in the space to do it, where we won't have this revolving door of unexpected circumstance. So what are your top 3 priorities? And so then what we're going to do from there is we're going to explore some key areas of the health journey. And we're going to just do like a mini version of it. If you want to do a full version of it, I do this with my clients in one-on-one, and I may do a full version of this as like a really small offering sometime in the new year. We'll see. But if you like this, let me know in the comments below, and I'll be sure to share something more about it. So we're going to explore health. We're going to explore the theme of health for 2024. And what I want you to write down are the things that you want to feel for your health, not what you don't want, but what you actually do want. So I'm going to give some examples, but like I said, you can take your time and write as much as you want. I'm just going to do this for short periods of time, just so this episode is not, just me sitting here quietly waiting for you to write stuff down. Just pause it. So what do you want for your health? So I'll give you some examples. Optimal energy levels, steady energy levels, deep, long, sleep, restful sleep, happy digestion, daily bowel movements, clear, vibrant, glowing skin, right? Balanced hormones, happy adrenal glands, happy thyroids, free of inflammation, free of cravings, having a healthy relationship with food, right? What do you want? I'm going to take a quick sip of water. Maybe you want to feel really strong and connected to your body. Maybe you want to practice more body gratitude this year. It can be physical things, emotional, energetic. Maybe you want to feel really high vibe this year. But what do you want for your health? Take all the time in the world. I'm going to share 2 more different areas. Okay. So the second area, which I feel like is one that I often witness clients when we're working through this together get blocked, because we often spend so much time in negativity and criticism with our bodies that it's hard to think about how we want to feel in our bodies emotionally, like if we feel empowered and connected. So the second area we're going to explore is, how do you want to feel living in your body from a mindset, emotional state? Okay, so let me give some examples. And this isn't after weight loss. This is now. This is if I could feel fully in my power now. This is how I want to feel living in my body. And the key is, the more you shift your mindset and the more you catch the negative self-talk, and the more time you can spend living in your power, even before you lose the weight or reach your goals, the safer your body is going to feel. And after all, you're always hearing me talk about how weight is a protective mechanism. The body hangs on because she doesn't feel safe. So part of what's going to help her feel safer is catching the negative self-talk and going more into positive self-talk. So that is also really, 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 really important. So what do you want for your health and well-being? Let's explore this with your body image. Okay. So do you want to feel more confident, self-love, connection, accepting, positive, happy, joyous, forgiving? Do you want to feel beautiful? And I'm not just meaning like external beauty. I'm like, I feel beautiful inside and out. Do you want to feel like you can be more kind and nurturing and gentle with your body? Do you want to feel like she's your best friend? Do you want to feel content? Right? Accepting. I think I said that already, but to me, that's just such a big one. Empowered, powerful, right? Unstoppable, grateful. Your body is the vessel you live in this lifetime. She is why you're here. Can you have more gratitude for her? And as you're writing these things down, notice any resistance, like, ooh, I don't feel I deserve that. Put worthy down. Good enough. I feel worthy. I feel good enough. This is all part of this process, to be able to write these words down, focus on what you want, recognize yourself focusing on what you don't want. I don't want to feel this. I don't want to feel this. And if you do that, catch it, bring it back to the positive. And if you can't think of anything, write the words down that I am sharing with you and start with that as your vision. right? But this is where we start. In order to create the identity we want, we must be willing to, brainstorm and map out what we really want to feel so that we can plant those seeds into our subconscious mind and start taking the steps to create that. So how do I want to feel living in my body? Excited, proud, right? There's so many things here, so many things that you could pick to feel more connected with your body. And then the third and final one that I'm going to go with today is I'm going to go with relationship with food. What kind of relationship with food do you want? Because I know for a lot of you that this is a big one. And you can add other things. I'm just giving examples. So do you want to have a mindful relationship with food? Peace, a nourishing relationship with food. It gets to be fun. You get to try new things, variety. It's for physical nourishment. And you also get to enjoy mindful indulgence, that you feel detached and neutral with food, that you get to enjoy it. However, there's like this respect and this mindfulness with it. So you're free of self-sabotage, that it's healing, right? Food is healing. Food is our friend. So it's making that peace with food. It's freedom. It's peace of mind. It is having a connection with it in like I said earlier, a mindful relationship with it, gratitude for it, for giving you life and having the food that you want and need to have. That it's a teacher. Food is teaching you so much. It is. You've been listening to this podcast. Food is a powerful teacher. Maybe you want food to support you with energy and rejuvenation, help soothe and aid in better digestion and better hormone health, because there's a lot of beautiful things we can consume that will help to balance and regulate the body. Maybe you want to feel safe around food. What do you want to feel though? What kind of relationship do you want to have with food? Balanced, right? Because it's about nourishment and it's also about giving yourself permission for mindful indulgence, both. So what do you want that to look like? There's so much more you can map out. We could spend hours talking about these things, but I just wanted to give you some prompts so that you could start diving into that. And then depending on what you want for your intentions for 2024, you can always map those out, like specifically if it's digestion, if it's hormones, if it's weight loss. And again, for weight loss, it's like, are you willing to actually address the roots and stop the diets and the quick fixes and actually be willing to get curious about, why does my body not feel safe? Why is she hanging on to protection? And we can get you direct answers via hormone testing, a thorough health assessment, healing your relationship with food, right? Working on your mindset, regulating your nervous system, lowering inflammation, improving gut health. And we can do all of these things that are going to help your body feel safe enough to let go of the weight without intense exercise, without intense diets. It's a safety game, not a force pressure game. So if you want to go into the safety game and stop the forcing and the pressuring and the dreaded diet resolution New Year stuff, then this is where I encourage you to reach out for support, info@amberapproved.ca, or you can book your 30-minute body freedom consultation at amberapproved.ca. Just click schedule a consultation. We can connect for 30 minutes. It's $50 USD. If you sign up for a program, it gets taken off. But it's a great, easy, simple way for us to connect formally and talk more about you and your goals, where you're stuck, what's holding you back, and what you really want for yourself and what's possible, because there's so much freedom available for you. I've helped thousands of women to food and body freedom, and there's no reason why you can't have it too. And this gets to be your year, okay? 2024, 2 plus 2 plus 4 in numerology is an 8. 8s are all about manifesting and abundance, and this gets to be your time. Ease, peace, freedom with food in your body. It's amazing. You'll have so much more energy and mental space left over to actually enjoy living your life and navigating your life in a more freeing way. And it is absolutely one of the most liberating feelings to not be fighting with food in your body anymore. You deserve that. So reach out if you want support. So what's your body freedom priority for 2024? I'm not talking quick fixes. Quick fixes are like diets, restriction, meal plans, continuing to let the mentality, I know what I need to do, I'm just not doing it, or I know what I need to do, I just need to do it mentality, block you, because like I talked about in a previous episode, if you truly knew what you needed to do, you would be doing it. You're missing pieces of the puzzle. So this is another reason to reach out for support. So these are all like quick fix, like letting the ego call the shots, like letting fear continue to hold you back from getting support, or actually address the things that you know are going to help you change. So you can choose that. No one can make you do anything you don't want to do. Or you can go, you know what, I'm done. And I'm going to write down all my reasons, stories, and excuses that my ego has for me about why I shouldn't reach out for help, why nothing's going to change, blah, blah, blah. Acknowledge it. And then go, thank you for the acknowledgement. And I'm going to take action and I'm going to try something different anyway, because I deserve better. You deserve better. And you're worthy to heal, and you're worthy to, claim food and body freedom for yourself. And if you're like, I don't feel worthy, even more of a reason to reach out for support, because I can coach you through all of this and support you with healing it. So it's up to you, of course. And I want you to reach out to whoever you feel resonant with. It might not be me, it might be someone else, but the doors are open, and I'm super excited for those of you that are going to come forth. It doesn't matter how long I've been in business, even though it's been 10.5 years, I'm like, I'm so excited to see who's going to come in next, and like where, and like how you found me, and like what kind of like caught your attention and inspired you to reach out, because it's just like always just as exciting. I always jump up and down and celebrate every time someone emails me or books a session or signs up for a program or buys signs up for something, regardless of what it is. The celebration is occurring. I'm always excited to welcome you all in and help you however I can. So what's your body freedom priority for 2024? Let's explore some of these possibilities. So for you, it may be you want to fully overcome binge eating or emotional eating or binging and purging, right? There's some kind of food addiction or emotional connection with food going on. So is that your body freedom priority? And if it is, let's talk about 1 to 3 steps that you're going to take or that you're going to intend to take that are going to assist you to this freedom that you want to create for yourself. So let's explore what those things could be. Number 1, reach out for support. Reach out for support, book a body freedom consultation, email me. Let's have a conversation and explore the possibilities of what we could do together. And I can give you recommendations of like private coaching, other things that I have available that could really benefit you. Okay. So maybe, and hopefully that's on your list. Second thing, starting to become aware of your triggers if you're not already. So keep listening to the podcast. There's like over 450 episodes for you to immerse yourself in, building awareness around your triggers, the mindsets that govern your triggers, the ego mentality. So starting to become aware of your triggers, I would highly suggest that that's something you prioritize. And number 3, I would suggest if you're not eating mindfully already, to start a mindful eating practice, because it slows you down, it aids in good digestion, and then you feel more satiated physically and emotionally. And the more satiated you feel, guess what? You're far less likely to overeat or then go digging and looking for something afterward and then having it turn into a binge, right? But what are your 1 to 3 steps that you want to take to help you deal with the binge or emotional eating? It's the same with digestion. What's 1 to 3 steps? I'm going to, in all of them, be like, reach out for support. If you've been struggling for years and decades and nothing is changing, what is going to change, honestly? Right? And what is it costing you to stay in this cycle? So don't hesitate to reach out for support. If you really want to see something different happen this year and you don't want the same results to continue and the same suffering, let's have that conversation. I get it. There's fear. I get it. There's emotion that comes up. However, that's just the ego wanting to keep you stuck. And I know you deserve better. And I know you want more. Okay. But is it stuff you want to work on with digestion? Is it stuff with hormones? So is it sleep, mindful eating, integrating more foods to better support my digestive system? Is it safety and working on boundary setting and dealing with people pleasing? Is it asking for help more often? Is it saying no more often? Is it prioritizing your self-care practice? But what is your thing that you just want to master this year? And what's 1 to 3 steps that you want to take to help you create that? And if you're like, I have no idea, well, another reason to reach out for support. Sometimes having a coach and guidance helps us gain clarity when we are in a closed off mind or don't really know ourselves. It can be very, very, very helpful and very uplifting. So what's your body freedom priority for 2024? Mine's my regulated nervous system. I had it, and then it kind of got dismantled from circumstances out of my control. And it is my top priority: sleep, rest, rejuvenation, my self-care practice to support me in regulating it while I take my adrenal supports, and, nourishing food is easy and all that kind of stuff. So it's like, and honestly, it never used to be easy, but I've been doing this now for 14 years, right? So it starts to become something that is natural. It doesn't stay hard all the time, but in the beginning it is, because we have to rewire pathways. We have to build habits. There's often boundaries to set and just things that are foreign to us. So be patient with yourself, be forgiving, be compassionate, be gentle, be nurturing. It's going to take time to make these changes. And I think the sad thing is this society has conditioned us to be in such a quick fix, everything now mentality, but your body and your health don't work that way. Your mindset shifts don't work that way. Habitual changes don't work that way. So be willing to surrender to the fact that this is going to take some time, but then you have it forever and you have made these lifestyle changes for forever and you have all of this for the rest of your life. And to me, it's well worth the 4, 6, 12, or 18 months that you may spend to shift it. Okay. So let's talk about some ways that you can get support. And this is, whatever realm, whatever steps you want to take from whomever you want to. However, like I always talk about, if you want to reach out to me, you can email me, info@amberprove.ca. If you have questions about programs, pricing, all that kind of stuff, I'm happy to share it with you there. I'm also very happy to book a 30-minute body freedom consultation with you where you fill out a thorough intake form. It asks you about your goals, your intentions, your struggles, what's working, what's not. And then we can talk more about that in depth and I can get on Zoom with you, ask you some questions, get to know you better. You get to know me better, and see if it feels like a fit for us, which I think is always so liberating and empowering to have that connection. And I can go over the programs with you, answer your questions, give my suggestions of what I think could be the best fit for you based on your goals and where you want to go. And we can do it also like that. I can also chat with you in the DMs on Instagram. It's really however you want to connect. So one-on-one is to me the best way to, gain full freedom because we get to be in this program together, just you and I, and we get to work on whatever you desire and whatever you want help with. So fully overcoming binge and emotional eating. There's a lot of coaching, a lot of tools that are integrated to assist you in breaking free from those habits. If we need to undo diet rules, food fears, right? Debunk all that stuff, we do. We also obviously work a lot on your hormone health and doing testing that's included in all the one-on-one programs. Just depending on your location will dictate where the testing is coming from and if you have to go to the lab or do it at home or whatever that looks like. But that is all really powerful. And then all the recommendations are natural foods, tea, spice, supplement, and self-care tools and recommendations to help you have healthier ways to cope with stress and to slowly step into baby steps of feeling safe enough to feel your emotions and build awareness with your body. This is all done at a pace that feels good for you. It's all done one step at a time. We always start with a thorough 1-hour health assessment right off the bat and then go into bi-weekly or weekly 45-minute coaching sessions. Obviously, there's just a price difference depending if you want weekly or bi-weekly coaching sessions. I use Voxer. It's a voice text app. So between your sessions, you can reach out for support anytime, and I respond Monday through Friday. And then you're going to see that there's a wide array of bonuses and extra tidbits that my one-on-one clients get when you sign up for 4 months or more. You get free access to the Body Freedom membership, 6-month and 12-month programs. You get free access to all of the masterclasses and programs I've hosted previously instantly as soon as you sign up. So there's a lot of really great things. And anything I host live while we're together, you also get access to. We do a lot of EFT tapping and scripts and mind maps and break down negative thoughts and limiting beliefs from the ego and then explore how do you want to feel instead? What do you want your new identity with food in your body to look like? And again, like I said, it's all done at a pace that feels good for you. But one of my favorite things about coaching that I witness my clients do is they'll come in and sometimes there's on a huge high and there's massive celebration. And then the next week, they're epically struggling and failing. I can't believe this happened again. I thought I was over that. But the beauty of the support is that you get to come in regardless of what's happened. You get to forgive yourself. You get to have a sounding board. And then you get to have a perspective shift, a perception shift. You get guidance, you get tools, you get someone to help pick you up, dust you off, and help you take your power back. And that's where I find a lot of people keep struggling because the ego gets loud and the ego blocks us from making change and the ego keeps us stuck. So then we give up and we think we just need to try another quick fix. But when we have support and accountability, we can call out the ego. We can identify what it feels like when you're giving your power away to your ego versus being in your power. I can help you identify all of your binge triggers and emotional eating triggers because I had 50 of them. You may be like, well, I know my triggers. Well, I guarantee you don't know all of them. And that can be one of the reasons why you're still stuck in the habit is because you may know some of them, but there may be other ones that are going to take a deeper level of awareness or time, or even just 2 heads are better than one. right? Maybe you're tired of your doctor telling you that all your hormones are normal and you know something feels off. So being able to get that second opinion and a more holistic opinion, because the testing ranges are too big and very archaic, this can all help you with that journey to food and body freedom, and finally getting the answers with gut health, hormone health issues, right? Your weight blocks, cravings, whatever's going on physically, emotionally, energetically for you. Healing miracles happen here. Like, just reflecting on the year and thinking of some of my clients, I had a client who had horrible chronic cystic acne from like 14 up until us working together, like years, and nothing worked. And we, were able to really work on her gut and hormone health, and finally it cleared. And she was like shocked about that. Another client who was attached to the hip with calorie counting apps and, needing the scale to measure her progress, and completely dismantling that and helping her take her power back from her ego and heal emotional eating. Absolutely a gift. Helping women overcome sugar addiction and binge eating, helping women finally identify hormone imbalances that no one else could for them. And they had valid things going on that they thought were, and they finally were able to identify them and get the right support, the right, start taking the right things to help regulate. Women finally releasing the weight and being able to keep it off, feeling worthy, taking your power back, right? So many experiences that are a gift for me to witness you all going through. And it's such a pleasure. So, what does that look like for you? Maybe you're more of a self-study person and you want to sign up for Freedom from Emotional Eating, the 5-week self-study program, or something else. But there's a lot available for you just depending on what you feel called to. So like I said, the best thing you can do if you're not sure is to email or book a body freedom consult, and then we can connect and I can give you some recommendations and suggestions on what I think could be the best fit for you to really help you. And we can talk about budgets and all that kind of stuff and see what works. Okay. So that's just a little bit about what we can do. And you can go to amberproof.ca. You can click on success stories and read through the dozens and dozens and dozens of success stories, watch client success stories, hear from them, get their experience. They feel very empowered and they've done a lot of healing, and they are, in a completely different place with their body and food. And that's helping open up for a better quality of life. And you deserve to have the same. So if you're watching here on YouTube, the details are below for all of that. If you're listening, you can go to the show notes, which are at amberproof.ca/podcast/455, as well as the details to subscribe to the newsletter. You can also go to amberproof.ca and take the free emotional eating quiz and learn more about body freedom. And of course, as always, I'm here to cheer you on. I'm here to advocate for you. I'm also here to light the fire under your butt, but also like remind you to be compassionate and patient. This is a journey. It's multi-layered. It's complex. There's a lot going on at once, but that's why I'm here to help you unpack and understand that, so you can be more patient and compassionate with your body, more understanding with yourself. Stop telling yourself you're crazy or that there's something wrong with you, because there is not at all. This is just a lot deeper than what a lot of us have been taught and educated on. And so I'm here to shine the light on these things and help you feel more empowered with your body, your soul, and your relationship with food. You all deserve this freedom, and I'm going to keep cheering you on and advocating for you. So happy New Year. Here's to an incredible 2024. Here's to many lessons learned in 2023. And I'm sending you all so much love. It is a blessing to have you all here with me. Be sure to share this with anyone you know would benefit from it. And remember, there's no better time than the present to take action on your health, your healing, or get support. So take action now. I look forward to connecting with those of you that I know are going to reach out. Have a beautiful day, a great week, your first great week of 2024. And I will chat with you again for a whole new episode next Sunday. Take care. Sending you all so much love.